Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You are now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha, bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight. All right. Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Let's get it. What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell. This is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always. You're maybe the most immature person I know. Did you bring that balloon just to do that?
Yeah.
Do you think people who are listening to the show, like podcast, only know what that sound is?
It's a balloon. And
Yeah.
picture my face going like this.
Well, they don't know. You said picture my face going like this.
Yeah, you got to picture it.
Thank you. I'm not going to start talking until the air's gone.
Yeah. I know the balloon was just sitting there. I don't know where it came from.
And I got a key lime LaCroix. They're pretty good.
LaCroix.
You can get them at Big Lots. A pack of 15 at Big Lots.
For how much?
We got 6 15-packs today for $22.
6. That's a lot of math. 6 15-packs. So 6 packs for $22. $3, $4 each.
It's pretty good. For 15?
$4 for 15.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 divided by 4.
Because at the store, LaCroix, I think it comes in like an 8-pack.
So 25 cents a can. It'd be 25 cents a can?
Mm-hmm.
Off the top of my
And
head.
I probably drink 4 of them a day, I would say.
It's $1.
This is what I drink.
Okay.
This is pretty much, this and coffee is the only thing I drink. It's pretty good.
Does it have any sweetener?
No.
It's only...
Yeah, it's just literally ingredients only in bold, carbonated water. And
Well, how'd they get the flavor?
And then it says naturally essenced. It's not an ingredient; it's an essence. There's a difference.
It was
it's like when
hovering
you put
around
cologne on, except you don't spray it on. You spray it in the air and then you walk through it. You know, that's an essence. I wouldn't expect you to understand. So I'm making a pledge today, Jason, and
Okay.
I'd like you to join me with this pledge.
Deal.
No, we're gonna do a whole show.
Okay.
With no potty humor.
Man,
We
I already done the balloon thing.
Well, that's fine. I
didn't know we were doing that.
I think we should. I think we've been doing a little too much lately.
Yeah. I think we could do a whole podcast on...
We've already pitched it. It's called the Poopcast. And
Hi, I'm Chuck Smeltzer.
And I'm Todd
Klingel. This is Poopcast.
Yeah, we have a whole thing. One
Yeah.
day we're going to do that.
The Poopcast.
And then all of the potty material can
We'll
go
live
there.
on the Poopcast, yeah.
Yes. But
Listen,
here,
there's an infinite wealth of potty material that we could do.
never ending.
Yeah. Part of it is we're fathers. We have children.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got literally 35 poop stories I could tell just based on my family.
I feel like we're breaking the rule already. I'm just saying.
I'm not talking poop.
We're not
I'm
gonna
talking
talk
about a poop.
It's low-hanging fruit, and we're better than that.
The poop is low-hanging fruit.
The humor.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So avoid the poop.
We're not going to talk about it
Okay.
today.
No poop talk.
No.
Like pee?
No
We
potty.
did urinals.
No yeah.
Do urinals count?
Urinals count.
Okay. I feel like every episode there's some type of
Not today.
no bathroom humor.
I think we're better than that,
I'm
Jason.
going to have to erase some stuff.
Did you notice how annoyed my wife was when she handed me this LaCroix? The fact that she was even in here.
Yeah.
I texted her when it started because I meant to get one before we started recording. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, crap. So I text her, see if she could bring me one. She was so, I'm going to have to pay for that later.
Yeah.
She was so annoyed.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up. I mean, I could see the look on her face. She was not happy. But
I think she was.
I was just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
You know?
She didn't want to be recognized. She doesn't want to be associated.
Hey, come on camera.
With me.
Yeah. Well, that's just in life. Right.
The other day
in
she
general.
said a phrase. She goes, I was listening to the podcast the other day. I was like, oh, you listen to the podcast? And she's like, oh, no, not yours. I was like, all right.
Another random stranger. I was listening to
Listen,
his
honey,
podcast.
if you say the podcast, we're going to be talking about my show. Let's just, whatever you were listening to, you're going to have to be
That's
more
not
specific.
the podcast.
When we say I was listening to the podcast,
Yeah.
it means you were listening to
Right.
LauerRoadRadio,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, by the way, when it comes to LauerRoadRadio and
Yeah.
marriage problems, which, I mean, we know as much about that as we do about poop, you
Yeah.
know.
Maybe-
Sometimes they
maybe
go
more.
hand in hand. Sometimes one
sometimes why, yeah.
is
Cause
connected
and
to the
effect.
other. But we're not talking about that today. You know, you forget to light a match, and all of a sudden you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the
So,
dilemma?
friend of the show,
Jesse?
Jesse,
Yeah.
and Savannah.
Yeah. They're having some marriage problems.
Well, apparently they
About the podcast?
yes, it's so we're going to try to do something about this, Jason. We're going to
Resolve
try to
it.
intercede.
I've never met these people.
They're great people.
Okay.
Two of my favorite people on the face of the earth.
They own a coffee company. They're a middleman.
Yeah, they own a coffee company.
They're the middleman of
I mean,
industrious coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to give us some, I think. And
Do we have to pay for it?
No, I'm not paying for it.
No.
That's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not. No, but we'll try it out on the show. I'll make a pod of it. We'll try it out. We'll test it. You know, we'll do the whole slurp, you know, like they do. Anyway, so apparently...
What do you eat? Like wine and cheese is like a combo, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with coffee? Biscuits?
Well, I mean, an Italian biscotti cookie is the ideal thing to go with
Shortbread?
I'll do shortbread.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah.
if I had to pick one thing to go with coffee, I would say, and I don't want to be too on the nose with this,
Shortbread's pretty good.
I would say coffee cake. Right?
Yeah. I'd like a red velvet
Listen,
cake.
do I like a red velvet cake? Yes, I like a red velvet cake.
With my coffee?
Will I eat red velvet?
With the cream cheese frosting?
Am I going to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. Will I do it when I get home? Yeah, I'll do it when I get home.
Like 3 pieces.
But it's called coffee cake for a reason, Jason.
Yeah.
You know? Apparently, in England, coffee cake is cake that
Made
tastes
of
like coffee.
Yeah, that's no good. No.
And I was watching my favorite YouTube channel is not Lauer Road Radio. I hate to break it to you. It's this guy named James Hoffman. And he reviews...
Jimmy Hoffman. I went to school with
Jimmy
him.
Hoffman. And he's British, this guy. And he reviews coffee items. He talks about making coffee and espresso.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the show. It's super pretentious.
Yeah.
And
You're drinking your bubbly water as your...
yeah, I'm drinking my LaCroix or
Yeah.
sipping my espresso while I'm watching
No, what was
James
You
Hoffman.
did a post with the St. Pierre...
The Perrier L'Orange
sorry.
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Perrier, which is just sparkling water.
Yeah.
And the flavor was... It was L''orange, but I think it's l'orange, like a duck à l'orange, you know. So I'm guessing it's l'orange would be the
Orange duck
French Perrier l'orange, and yeah, I drank it. And does that make me better than you? Yeah, I think it does. That's why I drank it.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I paid for it. I bought it just down the street here at the Center Street Market. They had a whole plethora. I didn't have any LaCroix with me.
I can't believe you're drinking out of a can. As pretentious as you are?
As pretentious as you are.
I mean, I thought you were a glass bottle exclusive.
If I can get it, yeah. Does LaCroix do... They don't think they do the key lime.
The aluminum is leaching into your system.
I'm buying LaCroix at Big Lots. Okay, how pretentious can I be?
Because Big Lots stock stuff that nobody else will buy. It's like literally it's maybe already expired.
It might be. Well, they keep on stocking it. I am keeping the LaCroix people in business when it comes to this Marion Big Lots, because I mean, I just sent Levi to the store today and bought 6 15-packs, and I'll be done with it in a week. I drink so much of this.
You could just drink just regular water.
I'll do that every once in a while, but not if I have this around.
Okay.
It's naturally essenced. So anyway,
sorry.
Back it up. Rewind. Jesse and Savannah.
Yes, marriage problems.
They're having marriage problems.
Yeah.
Some of them are related to us. Others, I don't know. I can't help you with the others.
I've never met them, so I don't know why.
Jesse seems like a guy that's difficult to be married to. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it out loud.
I feel that in my soul. I can feel that. Yeah. I mean, he's a middleman of a coffee company, of an international coffee company.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
No. They were great
He's
people.
basically Jason Alexander, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't know if he would even know that. He might be too young for that.
Okay.
Anyway, they listen to the show on Thursday mornings. So the podcast typically drops Wednesday night.
The audio,
and
videos
they listen
over
to
the
it.
weekend.
They work together.
Yeah. Okay.
And on their way to work, they listen to the podcast, and it's like a thing that they do together. It's like
It's fun.
marriage.
Yeah.
And you can at home. We encourage you to watch it with your
We watch it with my whole family.
kith and kin.
Yeah.
Gather everybody around the.
Last week, Teddy loved watching himself on the YouTube.
Yeah. So we encourage that. We think that's good. And so they do this. Apparently, Jesse gets home, Wednesday night.
He listened to it without her.
She listened to it without him.
Oh.
He walks upstairs and can hear it.
Oh.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, listen to the podcast." She's like, "Dude, we do this together. This is an us thing. You can't listen to it without me." And I guess,
it's a big deal.
I think he slept on the couch that night.
His choice. I'm not going to share a bed with you. Mm-hmm. You can't just preemptively listen to the podcast
won't
without
do it.
me. Mm-hmm. And they refer to it as the podcast. Not your
think
wife.
they do.
Your
Maybe
wife,
the show.
The podcast is like, who knows what she's
like,
watching.
I don't know what she's watching.
Yeah.
She's, I was listening to the podcast the other day. Oh, yeah? Wait, what was it? What did you like about it? No, what do you...
Wait, do you have a podcast?
We're talking about two different things. Are you still doing that?
Every Wednesday night. Oh, I just thought you guys were just having fun.
No. Well, we're not having fun.
No. Not in 5 years.
No, fun is not. Yeah. This is not what I. This fun? No, this is not what I would call fun.
This is labor.
Yeah.
Sweat and toil.
Yeah, for our art, it is.
We're dying, starving artists.
I don't know about starving, but I mean, you had 2 rally burgers
And a spicy chicken. And some funnel fries.
and regular fries and funnel fries.
Yeah.
Chasing it down with a
Sparkling ice.
sparkling ice. Well, at least that's sugar free.
Yeah. The funnel fries at Rally's are delicious. I gave you one.
I've been eating so well, but you offered me one. I don't know the next time I'm going to get a chance to eat a funnel fry from
Tomorrow.
Rally's.
It's within walking distance.
You want to talk about what to drink with coffee?
Funnel fries.
Those funnel fries
Oh.
with the black cup of coffee?
Come on.
Leave me alone and just give me that. I'm fine.
Yeah. We need to, I was telling Estelle, we need to figure out how to make those funnel fries at our house.
You probably could. It's probably not too difficult.
Yeah. It's just dough that's been deep fried.
Yeah. You got
Probably
you
good
get
on
some
the stove.
lard. Everything's better fried in lard.
Yeah.
You get some lard. Where can you buy lard?
At the store.
Can you?
Yeah, the lard store. You can. I'm sure they have it at Walmart.
Speaking of coffee and this James Hoffman guy, so I have a hand coffee grinder. And did I tell this story?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you want to talk
You
about
bought the
today?
generic one?
Yeah, and I don't feel good about it.
No.
So,
Some
that's
some
it.
guy
That's the last
like,
show. We finally started repeating stuff.
That's everything. No, some guy like Jesse, some middleman, put his name on a coffee grinder.
Yeah, Mueller. I was like, it sounded German. I was like,
Hey.
German coffee grinder? They make good stuff.
So we did have a comment from last week.
Okay.
The one comment. We had one comment from last week.
Okay,
So I
I'll
figured
take what I can get.
we have to talk about it.
You can like the show and
Yeah.
comment.
If you comment, we'll probably talk about it. Because what else we got?
God only knows. Especially when we're on this no potty talk pledge.
I got nothing. Literally, I had 17 things to talk about. 16 of them are potty
Well, sorry.
to some nature.
Sorry.
So Jess, strong supporter and listener of the show for a long time, was talking about, I said, is it deli meat or lunch meat?
Oh, okay.
Remember this conversation?
Yeah.
She brought up, and I didn't even consider this, maybe it's called cold cuts.
I wonder if it's a regional thing.
I don't know.
I feel like cold cuts
If
feels
someone
like
says
northeast to me.
Oh, yeah. Or even north, like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Cold cuts. Because like Wisconsin, Green Bay, those are cold cuts.
Did you know
Right.
LaCroix was created in Wisconsin?
I did not know that.
Well, it was.
With its essence.
Naturally.
If someone said, do you want some cold cuts?
Yeah.
Of course you know what that is.
Yes.
Or deli meat.
I do feel like I feel like if we're talking about scaling it,
The least popular would be lunch meat.
the lowest income level people eat lunch meat. And then a step above would be cold cuts.
Okay.
And then I feel
those are like, okay, so you got non-workers, then you got blue-collar people, and then the white-collar people are cold cuts.
There's a no white collar deli meat.
Okay, I got you.
I think.
So white-collar deli meat, blue-collar cold cuts, and people like me
Yeah.
is lunch meat.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. I do feel I lie a lot on this show, but
Yeah.
I do not. I am not lying when I say that when I order boar's head meat at Kroger, I feel so just
You feel like Mr. Peanut.
like I
Get
should
the
have a
top hat.
monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, gather round.
Yeah.
Well, I order.
I'm ordering the expensive stuff. Right?
Yeah, you might want to hold on to your hat there, bud.
I'm getting 3 different
I'm
things.
about to order some boar's head, and well, I spare no expense. Yeah,
You want a taste of this? Like to the people around you.
they'll give you
Yeah.
a taste
Yeah.
of anything. You go, can I? Oh, you got that sriracha
Yeah.
chicken? Can I try? Can I get a taste test of that sriracha chicken? They take it.
Yeah.
About 4 different things is when they're like, all right.
Listen.
I
Are you
see
going to
what-
order anything?
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
This is not my first day on the job. No.
I haven't had lunch. This is my lunch meat.
Yeah. So cold cuts.
See what?
Right
so,
into the show if there's one we're missing.
Listen,
But I feel like
there's a
lunch
way
meat-
around this.
Yeah.
Well, not as far as ordering. If you want to fill yourself up from the counter by not having to pay for it.
I do.
Okay. Instead of asking specifically for the different brands, different size. Can I see that what that's cut like a 6?
Can I,
It's real thick.
yeah. Can I
That's
taste
like a whole sandwich.
taste it as a 6.
Like I want to put a. If you taste it as a 1, it's paper thin.
Yeah.
You have to have 6 of them. If you taste it at the level 6, all of a sudden that's like a meal.
You think they would do that?
Yeah, I
6
did it
is
last
thick.
time.
You did a taste test of a 6?
A 4. I did a 4.
A taste test of a 4.
Bologna. Because I wanted. I wanted to know if it was thick enough to fry, and I tasted it. Turns out, 4's not quite thick enough.
I wouldn't think it would
No.
be. I would.
That's why I needed to taste
minimum
it.
would be 6.
I think a 6 or an 8.
What's the highest you can do?
I don't know. Just like, can you cut it like that?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
that's
I don't know.
centimeters.
I don't even know. It's,
don't know
I thought
either.
it can't be
It
centimeters.
can't be centimeters. Millimeters, maybe.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
The whole metric system, I don't quite understand.
I
I
don't
mean, I
get
get the basics. It's like in divisions of 10,
Yeah.
10, 10, 10. But I have no idea what
I'm
1
more
centimeter
I'm
is.
more of a 12s guy,
12, yeah. 12,
24, 36, 48.
Eventually you get to 144.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It'd be 12 times. Do you have something?
LaCroix makes me burp. That's what I like about it. Yeah, I got something. Jason, no big deal.
Yeah.
But my wife and I went to Outback the other day. So,
Bloomin' Onion.
yeah, I'm not an idiot. Of course I got the bloomin' onion. Go to Outback and not get the bloomin' onion?
Maybe that's where Teddy got it from. Did you hear
What?
this story? Listen, hold on to the Outback thing for a second.
Okay. Happily.
Okay. We get a call from school. It's a preemptive call about parent-teacher conferences coming up.
Yes. Ugh.
In this,
you don't want to get that call.
No, I don't.
I mean, if you're getting the preemptive call, that means like, listen, we want to make sure.
Yeah, we need you here.
Yeah.
It was about Teddy, which typically I would think Gideon.
Yeah.
Gideon's preemptive call was like, he's great. We love him. He's fantastic. He's smart.
Yeah.
He's like 98% in everything.
Everything's fine.
We don't even need to see you. Like, what? Gideon? Gideon Owings?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we love him. I'm like, oh, great. Here's the call about Teddy. Apparently, in math class, apparently is a word Stella used to use all the time.
She
apparently,
did. She didn't always know what it meant.
No. Apparently, I just went to the bathroom. Bathroom. Didn't mean to. It's woven into my DNA.
Yeah, you can't help it.
Apparently, Teddy, in math class, was asked to show his work because
no one likes to show their work.
No, it's harder to cheat that way.
Yeah,
but it's actually for good cause, because if you can show your work, you understand what
I get it.
The problem is, right? In math, so they ask. It's called storytelling, Dan. I'm trying to weave in some details.
All right,
so that the listening audience.
I got Bloomin' Onion on the mind.
Just hold on to it. Do you want me to hold on to my story?
No. We're halfway through.
Okay.
All we know about mine is that I went to Outback
and had the Bloomin' Onion
because I'm not an idiot.
Because you're not an idiot.
Yeah.
So in Teddy's showing his work, he writes the correct answer down.
Yeah.
In the description, he writes, "Because I'm not an idiot."
That's
he did it in his head.
Yeah. And show your work.
Show your work.
And he heard, how do you know that this is right?
Because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was kind of proud.
Yeah. Oh, no, you should be. You should be way more proud of that than if he got straight A's for the rest of his life.
I'm more proud of that than the call had about Gideon, who he's like basically perfect.
Yeah.
Like I don't like
because I'm not an idiot.
Because I'm not an idiot. He knows the answer.
Now, was he being funny?
No. He was serious, and the teacher made him erase it.
Yeah,
and then properly
show the work.
Show the work.
Yeah.
Why do I have to show the work? I'm not an idiot.
I'm not an idiot. Is it right? Okay. Well, then we're good here.
We're talking Teddy, the little Teddy that was on the show last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Teddy's.
I wouldn't.
He's a firecracker.
But apparently.
He didn't talk much on the show
at all
because we threatened him. You threatened to murder him like straight up before the show started.
I did,
and I think that kind of scared him a little. I mean, he was just like, "I'm not going to talk."
I mean, then I asked him to talk, so
then he wouldn't because it was a test. You're going to murder him straight up, cold blood. And so, anyways, Teddy's a firecracker, and he's not going to show his work because he can do it in his head because he's not an idiot.
Well, if Teddy went to Outback, he would order the Bloomin' Onion.
He's not an idiot.
He's not an idiot. So, first of all, Bloomin' Onion's fantastic. It's also smaller than it used to be. So it's been a minute.
You're bigger than you used to be.
Well, I know.
In a lot of ways.
But I used to eat more food than I do now. That's true.
That's how you got to this point?
Exactly. When I was in my mid-20s, and when I think about how much food I ate when I was in my mid-20s.
Stop. It used to be an onion loaf.
No, that's Damon's.
Oh, you're right.
I like... Do I like the onion loaf? Yeah, I like the onion loaf.
Do you prefer the onion loaf or the Bloomin' Onion?
They're different.
They are different.
I mean, for nostalgia's sake, I'd rather have the Bloomin' the onion loaf.
Yeah.
Because we used to go to Damon's. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But taste-wise, I think maybe the Bloomin' Onion's a little bit better.
A little crispier.
I think there's a different breading on it.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's like a peppery kind of spicy with the dip, and it's so good.
Come on.
It is smaller than it used to be, or mine was. Maybe
is it like bowl shaped?
Yeah. Well, there's the bowl is in the middle, so the way they cut it, and then it spreads out like that.
Right.
It blooms.
Depends on the size of the onion, probably.
I guess maybe they use smaller onions than they used to use. But anyway, I got the Bloomin' Onion, and it was perfectly good night. You know, it was in Dublin. Was the one that we went to over here in? Do you need to get your phone, Jason?
No.
I mean, the listener can probably hear it vibrating.
Sorry.
Maybe
Well,
take
it's on
it off.
silent.
Well, I know, but it's on the table.
I'll call him back.
So I ordered the Bloomin' Onion. We go there. First of all, we pull up, and there's the to-go girl walking out and back and forth, to the cars.
The takeout.
Yeah.
Okay.
we rolled down the window and we asked her, "Is this the door, or were we?" You know, and she's like, "Yeah, the front door." And Erica said, "Is there a long wait, or are we going to wait and end up waiting in the car because we want to know if to keep the car running?" And she goes, "No, I don't think there's a wait at all now."
Okay.
So I pull up by the door. Erica gets out, and then she comes right back to the car and she said, "There's a 35-minute wait."
Oh.
So we waited in the car for 35 minutes because we had a gift card.
I'm sorry, I was checked out there. Did you say Mansfield?
Dublin.
Okay.
Well, not exactly Dublin, but close to
Okay,
Dublin.
I got you.
So we wait.
You can call ahead of time.
Well, hindsight is 20/20.
Okay.
So
Because that's what we do.
Yeah, but the thing
then
is, the
we can walk
restaurant
right
was
in.
half full, obviously, because of COVID.
Yeah.
You know,
You call ahead,
So-
you schedule it, and then you check in online.
hindsight is 20/20.
And you walk right in.
So we sat in the car for 30 minutes, and I just dreamed about the Bloomin' Onion.
What'd you listen to on the radio?
We listened to, it was a compilation. I was feeling, I did some Leonard Skinner, and then that got me down like a trail where they kept on suggesting. So then I was like Allman Brothers, like that sort of like Southern rock stuff.
CCR?
Yeah, I think I might have made it to that. Yeah. So
Listen,
all
I
around
like
there.
that. When we were waiting.
Little Buffalo Springfield, you know. You know who Buffalo Springfield is?
No.
There's something happening here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we sit down, and they bring the food, and then right across from us, there's three people. There's an older couple, and obviously their daughter, who was maybe 30 years old or so.
Yeah.
And they were talking so loud. I mean, I could hear. I know everything about these. Like the daughter is engaged to be married. She's going to have a wedding that is horror themed, and quote, but not too over the board because I still want it to be tasteful. Like that's literally what she said. She's not too much because I still, it's a wedding. We still want it to be tasteful, but it is horror themed. She's like, some of those weddings that are horror themed and it's just over the top. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is your life like that you're going to multiple horror?
Yeah, one of those. Of all those.
I didn't even know there was one that existed. And apparently there's a whole genre of weddings. But she doesn't want hers over the top. Because it ought to be tasteful. She's screaming like this conversation. They're talking.
Because mom and dad can't hear?
I don't know.
Was the whole restaurant loud?
No, they were loud. The restaurant was actually quiet. When we sat down, I was like, this is nice. Because I don't like going to restaurants too loud. And I was like, this is really nice. And then they sit down, and they are screaming, yelling the whole time. I know everything about these people's lives. I know that they each got a lobster tail. And then the waitress came back and they said this lobster was really cold when it came out. Like it was not. It shouldn't taste like this. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll bring you out another round of lobster tails." Not cheap. That's not a cheap thing to get.
Yeah.
For me, if I'm the waiter, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take those for you." I watched them. They still ate the lobsters.
Yeah.
The cold ones.
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to bother.
Yeah.
Like it was fine. And then they got the new ones like, "Oh yeah, this is so much better." I think you just wanted new lobsters.
Yeah.
And the waitress took all of their didn't make them pay for their appetizer or something like that. And these people, we talk about eating. My wife and I, we shared the Bloomin' Onion.
Yeah.
And then shared a steak with some mashed potatoes. And then shared a little cake thing. So we got, we shared what each one of them ate personally.
Yeah.
And when I was done, I was like, that was way too much food.
Yeah. Did you have dessert?
Yeah, I got a little cookie skillet with a scoop of ice cream on top.
Did you share that?
Yeah, we shared that. And then I got coffee. Don't get the coffee at Outback. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Turns out Outback Steakhouse doesn't.
Not good coffee.
I think they got a Keurig back there.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on.
That's the worst.
It was not good.
Yeah.
I was like, but I drank it because I was eating a skillet cookie with some ice cream. So the question is, Jason, if you're at a restaurant, how loud would someone have to be yelling before you did something about it? And did something might even be like, I'm getting out of here. Like, I'm not even going to stay here. Like, how loud would they have to be yelling before you talked to your waitress about it, or you talked to them about it, or you just got up and walked out?
Depends how feisty I am at the time.
Yeah.
Like right before the show, this was great. Yeah. As I'm eating my meal, my Rally's meal, I get a call from Virginia, and I'm expecting a call later tonight. But
I better answer it.
I better
just in
answer
case.
it. I need to talk. to this call later. Turns out it was someone trying to sell me insurance.
It was an automated service.
Car insurance, yeah.
Asking you about your car insurance
Yes.
and if they can save you money on it.
Right.
So they say...
they asked me a series of questions.
Do you have insurance now?
No.
Do you have any DUIs?
Yes.
So you answered all the things. You said, how many cars do you... They
12.
Said, yes. So at which point they say,
Yeah.
hold please, and we'll connect you with the representative.
Right.
All of this is automated.
Yes.
Although they're trying to make it sound
Yeah, it sounds very natural.
but it is automated.
Right.
It's obvious.
Said, hold on, let's connect you with someone else.
So they connect you with
Matthew.
McCarthy.
Yes. I should look him up on Facebook.
You should. He's from Ohio.
He said he was.
Well, why would he just say Ohio?
I said lots of things that weren't true, too.
That's true.
And so we went back and forth. It was fun.
Yeah, you lied to him for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then
I think he started to catch
you
on.
talked to him about your
child support,
and my
DUI,
and your DUIs, and how you stopped paying insurance 3 years ago. And he's like, "Oh man,"
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm sorry, I can't help you, but it sounds like you got a lot of stuff to work through." Like he literally said that.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm in one of those moods, it probably wouldn't take much.
What would you do?
I would go to the waiter or the manager.
No, okay,
I don't think I would go to them directly.
Now the question is, how loud did they have to be yelling in order for you to get to them? Like these people were, it was borderline yelling. It was somewhere in between talking really loud and yelling.
It's tough because last time we went out, we went to Texas Roadhouse, and there's no 50%.
Yeah.
It was 100%. Every seat was filled.
Okay.
In the whole place.
Good.
And there was a line around
That's
the block.
how they do it in Texas.
Yeah. Nobody wore masks. It was great. Texas Roadhouse.
Where's
Texas.
that? At Polaris?
We went to Mansfield.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. And it was great. It, very loud though.
Yeah.
I have a hard time hearing.
You do.
And I'm a little bit like our dad. Has a hard time hearing. So I don't know if it's genetics. I don't know what it is.
I have
but
the hearing of a fighter pilot.
You have the eyesight of a fighter pilot.
And the hearing, which is not good because they're around a lot of loud engines.
So in a situation like that, if everybody's loud, it's like, I get it.
Yes.
Like you have to be loud because like if I'm talking to my wife, she has to be loud because I can't hear you.
Yeah.
There's so much noise in this room. Now, if you're in a restaurant that's half full and someone's being loud, all of a sudden that's
There's
obnoxious.
an appropriate level.
That's what I'm saying. So if in that scenario,
It was a very quiet restaurant, which
Yeah.
I was like, this is good. It's going to be a nice quiet evening while I just focus on my bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
And then they sit down, not 10
I think
feet
I would
from
ask to
us.
speak to the manager. Say, listen, these people, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But
Just they're loud.
they're so loud.
It's bothering me.
So what if at that point the manager walks straight from your table and says, I'm sorry, we've been experiencing some complaints.
There's some people that are complaining
That you're
about
yelling?
how loud you are. And
then what if they look over at you like, hey, what's the deal? You complain about us? Why don't you talk to us about it yourself? What do you say?
I mean, if they want to confront me,
You're all
I
for
won't
that.
back down from that. I've never backed down from a confrontation. Listen, the truth is, the older I get, the more I don't even want to engage in that stuff. I
Yeah.
just ignore it.
I don't know
But
that there is
don't get me engaged. Once that's it. When I'm engaged,
Once it happens,
it's
yeah.
over.
No, I hear you.
It's done.
Yeah.
And I will win. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, whatever the
Well-
result of this is,
Yeah, I would say here's what I would
I'm
say.
going to come out on top.
No, this is what I would say. I would say it's not necessarily that you would say I would win, but I would say you're going to lose. Now, we both might lose when this thing's over, but you're not going to win. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, best case scenario,
It's a-
you win, they lose.
it's a draw.
But at the very least,
Yeah.
you're both going to lose. Like,
Yeah.
they're not going to walk away claiming the victory.
Yeah. No, I've confronted many people, and they've lost every time. I've not won every time.
I
but
can't
they've
think
lost.
of. Oh, I'm the opposite.
I mean, I've got so many. Yeah, no, you.
I don't
flee
confront.
from that stuff.
I just turn.
There was this
run away.
when we were in Oklahoma going to school. There was a softball team that we were on.
We played softball.
We played softball, and I was pitching. And there was one guy in this other team.
The whole team stunk. They
The
were
whole
awful.
team stunk, yeah. But there was one guy that was good.
He could hit.
And he could hit it over the fence, and he was obnoxious.
He was crazy obnoxious.
Crazy obnoxious.
Yes.
I'm pitching. And I decide I'm not going to throw him anything to hit.
Let him walk him. Now, it was technically illegal. Was it illegal to intentionally walk somebody?
No, the whole thing was the umpire said, if you want to walk him, just say something and we'll just walk him. Mm-hmm. I said, no, I'll pitch it. Mm-hmm. And I was bowling it on the ground.
Like literally rolling it on the ground.
Literally from my toes.
And this guy's furious that he doesn't have a chance because he knows he's the only one that on the team. And he wants everyone to know, I'm pretty good at this. I can hit it over the fence.
So we had some words. And the umpire had some words with me too, because he's like, sir, like,
you need to knock it off.
And because I was just poking.
Yeah, you were poking.
I was poking the bear,
which wasn't exactly confrontation. It was like a whole different thing. But so you're rolling it on the ground.
Passive aggressive is what it is.
You're rolling it on the ground. The guy's getting mad. He looks back at the ump and he's like, "What are you gonna do?" And so the ump is like, "Listen, if you want to walk him. Yeah. But if you want to pitch, throw the pitch." And you're like,
"I'll pitch."
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I'll pitch. Next ball rolled on the ground. And you're like, that one was an accident. I got an honest mistake. You got to forgive me on this one, because that one got away from me.
I didn't walk anybody all day.
The other ones, on purpose. You got me. That one, I'm so sorry. I thought the guy was going to charge at you with the bat.
I can't help it. Mm-hmm. I can't help it. Like when in those scenarios, I can't help it.
It's like chum in the water for you.
It is.
When there's like a hothead jerk kind of guy.
Yeah. So
and you can make his life just a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. So
you're going to expose
There's a hothead jerk. I think I've told this story before, but there was a hothead jerk at Kohl's. My wife and I had just got married. Mm-hmm. Have you heard this story?
I don't know.
My wife and I just got married, and we had gift cards from our wedding to Kohl's.
Sure.
So we're living in Oklahoma. We go to Kohl's. It's around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. We have like $200 of Kohl cash to spend. Well, we get in line, and there's only one cashier open.
Okay.
And it's Kohl's, and it's Christmas time.
Right.
So it's backing up.
Sure.
And every person in line, as they get in checking out, the cashier would say, would you like to apply for Kohl's credit? Mm-hmm. If you do this, we can save you 30% today.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 or 3 people took them up on it. Mm-hmm. It takes time to do that.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah. One cashier, one line, Christmas time.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, listen, it's Saturday. I've got nothing on the schedule. Yeah. We're just here. We're having a good time.
Sure.
My wife and I were just newly married.
It's before kids. Wonderful.
Before kids. Listen. We're just enjoying life.
Yeah. I wish I could go back to that. Life before kids?
Come on. So one day we'll get there again.
I know. I'm counting down.
Listen. So the guy ahead of me gets angrier and angrier as he approaches the front, and I see it happening. He's just furious. Mm-hmm. His face is getting red. Mm-hmm. He's bubbling.
And he's in front of you.
He's in front of me.
Okay.
And so as he gets his turn, he starts chewing out the cashier. Don't you see these line of people? Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. And I saw the whole thing develop. Mm-hmm. I saw this coming.
Yes.
And my wife and I, and listen, she's like you. She doesn't like confrontation. Mm-hmm. She will back away from it.
Right.
If I was paired up with your wife, I mean, we would, the guy would be dead.
Both be in jail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, so I step in between. I say, sir, if you have a problem, you need to go speak with the manager. Mm-hmm. This lady's doing her job.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was pretty vocal and firm about it and stuff. And his face got so red and he tightened up, and he didn't say another word. Mm. His wife was with him, and his wife finished the process and checked out.
Yeah.
But bullies don't like to be bullied.
That's true.
It is true.
It is true.
And so this guy was bullying this little like 17-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, this isn't happening.
Did you give him a guy? Hey, guy. That's always a good way to
I don't know exactly remember, but it was probably something.
Guy, chief.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Comrade. Excuse me, comrade.
So I was thinking about these people.
Listen, I've got a ton of those.
Yeah, I know you do.
That's a whole separate thing.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about Outback. It's probably been 10 years since I've been to an Outback. I mean, it's not like a place I go to or whatever, but I had the gift card, so I was happy to go. And Outback is in that genre of restaurants like Chili's,
Applebee's,
Olive Garden.
Yeah.
That they're not the best thing in the world.
No.
It's not like the nicest restaurant in town.
Right.
But they're everywhere.
Yes.
And you know what you're going to get. I can go to a Red Lobster in New York or a Red Lobster in Arizona and have roughly the same experience.
Yes.
And there's some value to that.
Yeah.
Because if there's like a hole in the wall place,
Well,
it
which
could
is-
be, the ceiling could be way higher or
Yeah.
it could be way lower.
It's a lot different than a McDonald's. McDonald's in the hood,
Yeah.
versus country McDonald's right off the highway, right off
Country
the
McDonald's right off the highway?
Gosh.
I'm going to get a Big Mac from there.
Hood McDonald's.
Hood McDonald's, you just get a Shamrock Shake and you keep on moving.
That's what I'm saying. All experiences are.
We
not
also have a Shamrock Shake story.
Yeah.
So
we shoved them in our pants.
it's not untrue. We're going to see Braveheart,
Yeah.
and
We got Shamrock Shakes.
We got Shamrock Shakes before the movie,
That was an unfortunate move.
Yeah.
We should have waited till after.
and we realized, oh, the movie's about ready to
they're
start.
not going to let us take these in.
So we before we walk in, we kind of stick them in our pants. And the Shamrock Shake, it's kind of crushed in there,
Yeah.
and some of
We're
it
kind of waddling
over.
like a penguin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we made it in, and I drank. Do you drink a shake or do you eat a shake?
Well, it had straws.
So you drink it.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the Mount Rushmore of that kind of restaurant?
Applebee's.
Applebee's belongs on the list.
That's the George Washington.
Okay. Chili's,
Yeah.
TGI Fridays,
Maybe. Red Robin.
Red Robin. You got
Red Robin.
you got Outback. You got Olive Garden. I'd say I'd put
Olive Garden. Olive Garden is on the list.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. So it's Outback. No. Yeah, Outback, Applebee's, Olive Garden.
Okay.
Those are the three monsters.
Okay.
Now we got one more.
Man, I want to
Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, I maybe I want to put Chili's on the list. I think.
I don't know. I mean, Chili's is pretty iconic. I'll give you that. I think Texas Roadhouse is also pretty iconic.
Yeah.
I feel like Chili's and Applebee's, not a big difference.
No.
Even Outback. Now,
feel
Outback
like Outback,
Steakhouse
Texas-
is Texas.
yeah.
Olive Garden is different.
Olive Garden is its own thing and belongs on the list.
Yeah.
Applebee's definitely belongs on
Come
the
on.
list.
It's Applebee's and Olive Garden is a George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. Right?
And so I think then you have to decide between Texas Roadhouse
and Outback.
and Outback.
So for us,
For me,
we
it's
do
Outback.
Texas. Yeah. We do Texas Roadhouse.
Does anything
Which-
else belong on this list? Is there like a Chinese food equivalent? I don't know that there is.
There's not. I mean, we like Panda Express, but it's not this. That's
No.
not that.
Cheesecake Factory? Does that belong on the list?
Yeah,
I think it's
but I
right
don't,
there.
It's there. It's in that same category.
Okay.
But I don't think it's. I'm not a huge Cheesecake Factory guy. It's fine.
The menu's too big. That's the problem in Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I love the avocado egg rolls, though. They're really good. All right, there it is. That's the Mount Rushmore of those kinds of restaurants.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week, Stella, I'm going to hold this up to the camera, is actually
That's a good idea. We should do that more often.
Murder, She Wrote. But
Yeah?
it's not video.
Okay.
It's audio. It's Jessica Fletcher.
Who doesn't love Jessica Fletcher?
Jessica Fletcher's the best.
Mm-hmm.
She, in this particular one, which is labeled Coffee, Tea, or Murder.
Oh, coffee, tea, or murder.
Yeah.
Okay.
She travels in an airplane from Cabot Cove
Okay.
to London.
And lo and behold, a murder happens while she's there.
In London, yeah.
A lot of murder follows her.
Yeah. I mean, if you're around her at any party or event.
Murder per capita, Cabot Cove, is that what it is?
Yeah.
They have to be the highest.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 50 people in that town.
Now,
Someone
listen.
gets murdered every week.
I actually love Columbo. Columbo's my guy. I love Columbo. But
Sure.
with Columbo, he lives in L.A. Listen, people are getting murdered left and right.
Left and right.
And there's like 30 million people. So, I mean, there's plenty of people to murder.
Yeah.
Cabot Cove, not so. No, I'm not suggesting that people
That
should.
you would.
No.
Or that you're looking for that sort of thing.
No, I just want to poke and run. But Cabot Cove, I mean, I don't know why.
I'm not moving to Cabot Cove.
No.
You can't pay me enough money to move.
People are dying left and
One
right.
in every 2 people die
Yeah.
from murder. 100% of people die, but 1 in every 2 people die from murder.
Wait. Everybody dies.
So far,
Yeah.
well, seems to be maybe a couple exceptions.
Yeah.
That are debated, but
2, maybe.
yeah, some don't stay dead. So it's an audiobook.
It's an audiobook. It's found on Audible.
Who's reading it? Is Angela Lansbury reading it?
It's not. It's
See, why is she not reading that?
It's some lady named Carol.
It would be. I would say
Listen, would I want Angela Lansbury to read it?
yes.
Yes, but it's fine. There's like I think 7 of them available on the audio membership.
Work your way through that.
Yeah, that's a week.
All right. My Netflix suggestion is it's the show I watched.
You actually watched a show.
I watched a show.
Yeah.
It's I did the thing that you did. How do you like that? It's a new Kevin James show.
Ah.
It's called. Can you get that, Stella? I don't know if it's angled right, but there you go. It's called The Crew, starring Kevin James. I'm a big Kevin James fan.
Yeah.
I like Kevin James. This is a comedy that was made for Middle America, and gosh darn it, I live in Middle America.
One of the flyover states.
It's a flyover state comedy. It's about a NASCAR crew. He's the chief NASCAR crew guy. I don't know. He runs the crew.
Mechanic.
The crew chief. There it is. He's the crew chief. There's there's a mechanic. There's a driver. There's a lady that works in the office. There's a team owner.
Yeah.
And it's just the crew. And it's, the...
So is it like Wings? Do you remember Wings?
I mean, I remember Wings. I mean, I guess it's a sitcom. So, yeah. In that sense, it is.
So it's just like Wings.
It's got Tony Shalhoub in it.
I don't know who that is.
Monk.
I like him.
Yeah.
And he's in Wings.
Yeah, that's why I said it's got no.
But he's in that?
No, he's not.
He's in both?
No,
Oh.
you just said Wings, and I thought of Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
I wish he was in the crew, but he's not. But
he's
it's
fantastic.
Tony Shalhoub. Are you kidding me?
If you could have one celebrity watch this show,
who
would
watch
it be?
this show?
This show, this episode, or the whole show? I don't know. The whole podcast or this one?
Let's
show?
just say the whole podcast.
Okay.
Like if we could have one celebrity who's a fan of the podcast.
Yes.
We're like that. If you met him, you're like, you guys do that.
Yeah.
Like
Like he approaches us at one time. Not to name drop, but I think Jay Moore checked our show out once or twice.
you think so?
Yeah, I don't think he liked it.
That's fine because I don't like Jay Moore.
Listen, we don't know. He might.
I
still
don't know.
Watch it.
Maybe Jay Moore's great. I don't know. I'm not real up on the
Because he
Jay
was
Moore
married
genre.
to some lady who was in a Star Trek episode.
Okay.
And so, like 5 years ago, we did some Star Trek stuff, and and he commented something on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. This is not a big deal.
You never know. Whatever.
I mean, he
big deal.
listened to like one show.
So it's called The Crew.
Tony Shalhoub
Does not have Tony Shalhoub in it.
That's who
It's
you'd want to watch our show.
Oh, the celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like I'd want somebody who then could help us move forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take that next step.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan,
Okay.
but Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Like, he's got a whole crew of guys.
yeah, he knows people.
That he just brings along. Like, he could just have us on every movie that he's in.
Yeah.
And somehow he could bankroll the podcast, the show, or whatever.
Okay.
I feel like Adam Sandler, and I feel like he'd get it.
Do you think he would get the show?
I think he'd get the show.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
He has a lot of potty humor.
Yeah.
So The Crew is pretty good. Is it, The Office?
Is it Wings?
Is it Wings? Yeah, it's kind of like Wings. It's funny. I've laughed out loud a few times.
Okay.
And I love Kevin James.
Yeah.
I'd love it if Kevin James watched the show.
Yeah.
I feel like he would love the show.
I don't know if he'd carry us with him.
Yeah, well, he's a part of the Adam Sandler runoff. So, I mean, if he could introduce us to
So
Adam
we'd be
Sandler.
peers with him.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I feel like Kevin James and I have a very similar body shape.
You jiggle when you brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin James. He's great.
Yeah.
And the show's great. It's exactly what you think it is. There's a live studio audience. There's that whole thing.
Is it live?
I hear people laughing.
Or is it left?
It's
a laugh track.
I don't know. Maybe. You'll never know. You never know.
No, you do
But
know.
the
because
show-
laugh tracks are very lame.
The show is very good. Jason, we're not going to do potty humor. Okay. We made a vow. We're not going to do it. It's not that funny,
That's the look.
That maybe should be the screenshot. If you can capture the moment, that would be great. I think everyone should watch The Crew because I just want comedies like that to make money.
Yeah.
And I want them to be more popular.
Yes.
I like to laugh, but I'm selective in what I watch, which means there's a lot of things I don't watch.
Yes.
So there it is, Jason.
That's a show.
I mean, that's basically a show as far as I'm concerned.
Is it as good as Wings?
I mean, maybe like season 4, like middle. I feel like Wings, like somewhere around season 4, episodes like 10 to 17.
Yeah.
Were kind of weak.
It kind of
They're trying to do like the love interest with the other people, and then it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then Tony Shalhoub kind of then started to come on strong. I mean, at that point,
that's when he hits his peak.
When Tony Shalhoub hits his peak,
it doesn't get better than that.
I'll watch Monk all day.
Yeah.
Monk is great.
Monk is great.
All right. Well, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Booba, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.